Hi, and welcome to our latest video. My name's Martin, and I'm the founder of Blue Thirst, a digital marketing agency. Today, we want to address some of the common SEO mistakes people make. SEO can be very technical, and it's one of those things that people try and sometimes get wrong. We wanted to share you the common mistakes you should be aware of so that you can avoid them. First, not setting clear goals. Many people start working on their SEO or hire an SEO agency without a clear idea of what they want. They just want more people coming to their site and they think this will increase sales. But that's not always the case. More traffic doesn't necessarily mean it's good quality traffic. To make sure your SEO results really meet your expectations, you need to get clearer on what you want. Do you want better quality traffic? Do you want increased sales or more leads? Now, aiming for the above, many produce a reduction in traffic to your site. However, if the traffic is better quality, it should be increasing sales, which is far better than increasing your site traffic with getting no return. When you're starting your SEO or approaching an SEO, really try to drill down onto the results that you want. This way, everyone involved knows what they're aiming for and they can adjust their strategy as required. The next mistake is overlooking mobile traffic. A part of SEO that some people forget is page speed and mobile friendliness. These are two of the biggest factors which could cause a user to bounce from your site. With more than 50% of traffic coming from mobile devices, it's not traffic that you can afford to lose. The easiest way to ensure you aren't losing traffic is to make sure your website is responsive. You'll also need to make sure that it loads within 3 seconds. If you don't do these things, you'll be at risk of having a high bounce rate, which is not good for your ranking. Another area of SEO where people make mistakes is link building. This involves links to and from your site and can indicate to Google the authority of your site. But building links can be one of the hardest areas of SEO to improve. It requires a lot of good content and relationships with the owners of reliable sites. You need a healthy number of links from reputable sites. If you have lots of links from bad sites, this is going to be worse for your search ranking. The mistake people make is by buying backlinks. Sites that sell backlinks are often very well known to Google, which automatically devalues links from them. It will also indicate to Google that you're trying to play their system, which could lead to penalties for shady behavior and damage your rankings. The main area people think of when they think SEO is keywords. This seems to be the most well-known SEO technique, but yet people still make mistakes. It's essential to have a list of keywords that you want to rank your site for. However, creating lots and lots of pages to rank for the same keyword isn't going to help. You'll just be competing with yourself on the search ranking positions. You want to focus on having pages that rank very well for specific keywords, not just having lots of pages that try and rank generically for keywords. As well as your pages, linking, and search results, your site structure can have an impact on SEO. Google needs to be able to see clear paths around your site. Surprisingly, people don't seem to consider this when developing websites. You need to have a good navigation structure on your site. Good navigation tells Google that you provide users with a good browsing experience. If they assess your site navigation is poor, they'll decrease your rankings because they don't want to provide users with a poor experience. Make sure your navigation makes sense and that users can easily access most of your important pages. Another major mistake that people make with SEO is not reviewing their site regularly. Over time, it's easy for errors to crop up, such as 404 errors, missing meta descriptions, or images that are too large. It's important to crawl your site regularly to stay on top of these issues. While most are not critical errors, it's still best practice to keep your site in the best possible shape. You can use a tool such as Screaming Frog to review your website and make updates as necessary. The final mistake we're covering today is not creating link-worthy content. To be successful with link building and with keyword ranking, you need to be writing content that people would share. If you just write an article for the sake of keywords to have content, you're likely not writing things that people would actually want to share with their friends. When writing new content, ask yourself, would I actively share this with people in my field of people I know? If the answer is no, then the content will not benefit your site as much as you thought it would. Now you know the common mistakes, you should know how to avoid them. SEO is a very big area of digital marketing, and it's always ideal to enlist the help of a professional. If you can't afford to enlist a professional, then make note of the mistakes we've mentioned and try and do your research before trying any new SEO techniques.